Billy is on the Isle of Wight. Hello, Billy.
Yeah, and lovely to talk to you.
And to you.
I just want to come from the point of view of a patient, because I've had experience in a number of different guises with different hospitals. Now, I was in High Wycombe about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I woke up at 3 a.m. with incredibly excruciating pain in my abdomen, which turned out to be kidney stones. And I'm happy to sort of go in whatever direction you want, Ian, but my main point is that the NHS needs to be streamlined. It is more than just nurses and doctors going on strike. Now, I completely support them going on strike. I think they have every right to do that.
Absolutely.
But it is more than just and working conditions. The NHS needs to be looked at, and I'm afraid to say it, more like a business. We need a load of executives of experience in the business world going in to sort it out, because the problem is everything stems back to go to A&E. You ring up and you say you've got a tickly cough, and they say go to A&E. And you ring up and you say you've got a broken toenail.
Well, I mean, it's a slightly different discussion, but I'm with you on it, and I've always said, again, with the background and understanding how it works, that the only way that the NHS can be fit for purpose and give anyone who needs life-saving treatment for free is that certain other procedures and operations and visiting the GP for non-essential advice you have to pay for at the top end, and it's means tested. So, for example, if you get free prescriptions, you don't need to pay for your medical treatment, but if you don't get free prescriptions, you pay 30 quid every time you see a GP.
I completely agree. I think there needs to be definitely some kind of model. I think that there definitely inevitably needs to be more tax perhaps that we pay, but also as well is it's sort of luck of the draw. It depends what hospital you go to, because when I went to this urgent treatment centre in High Wycombe, I think I gave a urine sample, and then I was told to go to the nearest A&E because they couldn't treat me, even though there's actually a hospital in High Wycombe. And again, doesn't that just put more pressure on the doctors and the nurses working already strenuous hours? And then, as I say, I've had other experiences. I went to Queen Alexandra Hospital in Portsmouth, and it was absolutely brilliant. The triage system was fantastic. It just seems to me that it's very much a luck of the draw, and it's kind of like good luck if your numbers don't come up kind of thing. And I do agree with what you said earlier on.
Postcode lottery.
The postcode lottery, because I think it was something that I resonated with that you said earlier on. The NHS is brilliant when you're dying and when you need urgent help.
Yes, and it should be.
When I went in with my kidney stones, and I was in extreme excruciating pain, I thought I was dying, and anyone that's had kidney stones will know exactly what type of pain I was in. I turned up to A&E, and it's kind of like, the receptionist, obviously she's got an important job, bless her, but it's kind of like, just wait for a minute, you might be dying, but I just need to book somebody in with the common cold first before I come and see you. And I just feel
do you know the trick to do it for future reference? Shouldn't really say this, should I? Because I did it too. You burst into tears and they'll see you immediately.
Goodness me. I mean, you know what? I was in so much pain, Ian.
You should have been.
I was almost crying. Yeah. And the thing is, it's terribly sad, but when I got to that point, when I was in so much pain, and I was literally crying in pain. I've never cried in pain before. I think 2 nurses did come over, and they gave me morphine. And when I did see the doctor, because I don't want this to just be a phone call of let's sort of bash the NHS.
Negativity.
When I did see the doctor, she was absolutely brilliant.
They are.
She was absolutely wonderful. And when you get to see them, they are fantastic. But somewhere in the middle, something just isn't right. Even down to the fact that you don't know when you're going to be called or seen.
Too many people. Totally understand, Billy, where you're coming from. Too many people with non-life-threatening ailments all trying to get it for free, and it doesn't work anymore. It just doesn't work anymore. I don't know what the population of Britain was in 1948, but it was nothing like the 70 mil plus we are right now, to be honest. Because I remember it was the day I was, I basically had a breakdown and my anxiety was off the chart and I was depressed, and eventually went to A&E and burst into tears, and the doctor came over and gave me a hug. How about that?